It's me, I'm back! It's Nathan from Waffles Games. Hi! We've only been away for a week. Have you missed us? Mrs MLG is here, and little Miss MLG is here. Say hi!
Hi!
Hi everyone! So, this evening, I am going to be painting some Hobgoblin miniatures. They are from Lucid Eye, and there is also an odd one in there, which is Bad Squiddo miniature. I think it's called Squee or Scree. Squee.
Was it like that?
I think so. Squee from Bad Squiddo. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Put a comment in the chat when you think you see it. But at the moment, ooh. Thank you.
Welcome back, my lovely smiling face with hearts mighty 359 lol mighty 359 grin mighty 359 high cat.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you very much.
29 months. That's ridiculous.
Wowzers. That's nearly 3 years worth. Is it? 2.5 years. 2.5 years.
Absolutely no idea.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. It's good to be back. We've had a nice relaxing week off. Pootling up and down the canal.
Pootling, that's technical term for canal driving.
Yeah.
Pootling.
Pootling. With occasional bush insertion.
Yes, occasionally driving me into reeds and trees and anything else.
Yeah, mostly when something caught my attention, because even though you're only doing like 2 to 4 miles an hour, it's incredibly easy to lose concentration and steer the 60-foot long boat.
Especially when Games Workshop rings and we've got to put an order in.
Into a wall or something. Well, not a wall. We didn't crash into any walls.
No, we didn't, Mr. Man who owns the boat. We did not crash into any walls.
We didn't crash
we really
into any
didn't.
walls. We may have run into a couple of trees.
Yeah, trees are fine.
And a blackberry bush.
But they're not even trees, are they? They're reeds. Like, say we crashed into a tree sounds like an oak tree. Like, reeds and bulrushes.
Yeah.
No, Gizmo didn't steer, John. He did fall into the canal at one point. His back end fell in, but I caught him.
Yeah. Only a smidge.
Only a smidge.
So, you may wonder why when I'm painting Hobgoblins, I am putting paint on a skeleton guy. And that is because just before the stream started, I thought, I wanted to test out something. So I need a miniature that's got the right kind of textures on it, but I haven't got one undercoated in the right colour. So here I am liberally applying some grey sear base coat from Games Workshop onto a mini, which I think is 77158, but I could be wrong. I think I'm losing my touch.
Yep. Pete would like you to put a hat on, and also to hydrate, and also to wig. Tony is curious about Nathan's fingery mouth parts. No, I don't know what that means.
No, from the...
It was trying to be a nose, apparently.
Yeah, I was...
Oh, hang on a minute.
Ooh.
This way.
Oh wow, the Lancers are back. I have missed them so much. They are like a big snuggly blanket that make me feel safe, and they are never allowed to go away again for more than 2 days. Brat pap 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 doodle doo doo booty oh. Shama llama ding dong, love you MLGs.
Wicked D's funny. I have left the hats all the way over there because I didn't think that anybody would hat me. So I thought, I'll just get cracked on with the painting stuff, and left the hats and the wigs all the way over there. So let's explain kind of what we're doing. Why am I clarting grey sear paint all over this mini that's already been painted a couple of times. That is because this guy, he's not 77158, he's 77161 or something like that. Ghost King, I think he is. Anyway, that's probably wrong as well. I know, terrible. Oh, thanks. No, you nearly got it in me paint. I'm being attacked by a wig.
Hey, Crafty. I hope you're alright. Thanks for the subscribe, Wiki D.
Oh, thank you very much.
Subscribe with this, kind of you.
Let's have some hydrate.
We went away from the internet though, Wiki D. I took the internet with me. I took it with me. Hydrate. You got 2 hydrates. Did you do both?
No, I've only done one.
And a posture check and a stretch.
I've done a stretch. I've done a stretch.
We didn't take you. To be fair, there wasn't enough room for the 5 of us, let alone taking you as well.
Wow, you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went.
Whoop whoop.
There we
Cheers.
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 So, why am I putting paint on this ghosty guy? It is because I'm finally going to get to try out some broadsword silver. And you have to say it like that because that's how the hairy druid guy says it on the best thing about Hero Quest video. Broadsword! So I'm going to try out some broadsword silver. And it says on the bottle here, apply of a matte white or ash grey colour primer. Now I haven't got any ash grey colour primer, and grey sear is extremely close, so that is why we're doing that. So when this is dried, in a bit we're going to try out some broadsword silver and see whether that's any good, because I don't know how metallic speed paint can work. So that's what's coming up. Can you sort my screen out so I can see all the chat, Gorgeous? Because I know I'm so demanding.
You don't have to stop talking while I.
That's all right.
Faff.
Cool. Right, and then you can't see it, but here on the bottom of my.
Pink the hydrator is happy.
Happy.
Woo. So here at the bottom of the thing is some lovely lurid green
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
paint that I've mixed up. Hello. From a mixture of leaf bud green and Christmas wreath. So I've made this slightly
Pink the
mid-tone
hydrator
green.
wants you to turn it up.
And this is going to be the skin colour for my lovely Hobgoblins. Or the base for my skin colour. So let's get started. Whacking some paint on. I've got my spanky new. Well, it's not that new. I have used it before. But my Rosemary & Co. Series 22. Oh, another hydrate. Here we go. Nathan looks like Axel knows. Axel knows with my goblin now. I was trying to, because Emma told me that I had to do a goblin face, and I said, but I haven't got a long beaky nose like a goblin. Look, they've got, but obviously all my other fingers were in the way. We saw part of we saw part of Wayne's World 2 last night. That was blast from the past. Last night was Wayne stuff and what have you. That was interesting. Talking about like Axel Rose makes me think of that. Right, let's get some paint on a mini. Let's get some lovely bright green on my.
It was a predator face, admit it. It was the fact that I asked him to do it, then he started giggling, and I changed my phone, because everything that I do is on my telephone. So I was taking a photograph with my telephone, And I changed it to video because I just thought I'm going to have to show you a lot what an idiot it's been. And it was just his little giggly little face. Weren't you, darling?
Yeah, was just having a good time.
Little giggly little face, bless his little cotton socks.
Just having a good time. So, these hobgoblins are going to be... I'm going to use them for Mordheim. So, they're probably going to end up being used as just a regular human warband for the rules, but I like the minis. So, that's what's going to happen.
So have you missed us then, or has it just been nice and quiet?
Yeah.
What have you all been doing? Well, I know what you've all been doing really, because I've still been keeping an eye on you. You are right at the bottom of the screen and I can't do anything about it.
And do I need to be over here?
Yes. We had a nice time, didn't we, on the canal?
Yeah, it was good, relaxing.
Interesting. It's certainly not a holiday that we would pick ourselves. We were treated by my parents as a treat, because apparently we don't go away enough, which, is true.
And we always work.
So we were treated, and we all went, the entire family, Gizmo, Little Miss, my parents, and us too, on a narrow boat, on a canal boat. How long was it? 58
feet.
58 feet. Is that not the same as foot?
Yeah. Well, same, yeah.
What?
Yes.
Okay. And we have never been on such a thing before, and never done locks, etc. So that was fun. It's just, there's not a lot of room in a canal boat. And our bed was, well, it wasn't a bed, it was the sofa that everyone sits on. So every night we had to make our bed out of jigsaw pieces of cushions, and every morning had to take our bed away and put it all in neat little cupboards so that we could sit down and have breakfast. But the travelling, the looking at the water and wildlife was very nice.
Yeah.
My travel sickness, and now I also can add land sickness to that list. And the bed wasn't very good, but it was interesting.
It's an experience.
We've done it now. Thank you very much. Tony says it's up there with the Rex in the hedge and easy build car. What, in being a silly sausage on the video? That's just how he is all the time, Tony. It's just normally I don't film him. But yes, he was being rather daft. We'd had quite a stressful morning with the internet's not working properly in the shop for a very long time, and our internet provider just keep going, we don't really know why, which doesn't help in the slightest for getting it fixed, because that means the phones don't work and the computers don't work and etc. And then the website, the people that we use to host our website decided to change something for everybody that uses them, which meant that nobody could log in to our website. So today's sales have been poopy doop, and now we're going to have beans again for tea because we can't afford food. So everything was a bit stressful this morning, and then I asked him to be a goblin and he just went a bit nuts, I think.
Yeah.
Is there any pink going on that miniature, says Pete. Did you see any kingfishers? We did, Kariko. Not good enough to take photos like the ones that we see in Driffield at the canal, but flying around us and zipping around on the water.
They were too far away, really, to get. I'm going to have to take this off. I'm going to 2-1.
Well, you can now. Pete says you've got to hydrate so that you can cool down. We did. We also saw swallows. I don't know the difference between a swallow and a house martin, so the one with a pointy tail, skimming along the water, getting all the little bugs.
The one with the waggly tail.
We saw lots and lots of fish and some absolutely massive pikes.
Yep.
We saw some deer. We saw a fox. We
saw some otters.
We saw, well, me, you, and my dad saw 2 young otters playing around in the water, which was lovely. I've only ever seen an otter in a zoo, like sea life centre.
Yeah.
Little Miss didn't see it though, unfortunately.
Pete the Hydrator wants it to be Halloween.
Very soon, Pete. Very soon.
Soon be Halloween.
No Halloween party at the shop this year though.
No.
Swallows have long pointy tails and a wee bit of red. Oh, I wasn't looking that closely. They were darting around all over the place. And we saw some bats.
Yep.
Utterly fantastic, says Kiriniko. Indeed. Indeed. It is a little strange when you're chugging around on a canal, lugging your poo around with you though, because obviously it just goes under the boat. So that was a bit strange. And we saw lots and lots and lots and lots of spiders when we stopped off for a shower in what we thought would be a nicer shower than on the canal, because that's very, very, very small.
It was...
And was really just Arachnophobia, the fourth movie.
Yeah.
The walls and ceiling moved.
As we pulled up, I said to everyone, "Oh, this is good. We've arrived just in time because that lady's just been in cleaning." And the lady came out with a bucket full of cleaning supplies and had come out of the shower block and went back into her house on the other side of the canal. And I said, "Oh, that's fortuitous. It's going to be all right." And then we went in there, and I have absolutely no idea what she'd been in there doing.
Putting in more spiders, I think.
Yeah.
You're slightly too low.
Okay.
Yes, but definitely just adding more spiders.
Yeah. Maybe.
They were everywhere.
Maybe she was so many spiders in a person suit.
Maybe. The lady was made of spiders, says Kiriniko. So it was an alternative to the 70s love boat, the poo boat. Yes. Yeah, because that's what happens, isn't it? You flush it on those weird toilets and then it just goes under the boat in a big vat. It doesn't go into the canal now, Methuselah's. In a big vat, and then it gets emptied at some point, but just means that you're carting it around in it.
Yeah. Pump out stations all over the place, weren't there? We didn't have to use one though. We didn't block it up.
Well, no. We had hired the boat, so yeah, that's up to them when they get it back. Is it in focus on your screen? Because on one of my screens it is, and on the other it is not. What a theme tune that would be, says Crafty. Didn't really help now you moved it, did it?
Oh, sorry.
It's very strange.
I might have to use a different brush. This is...
Pete says, hydrate! Have you done all these hydrates?
I've been doing them as they come.
Yeah. Is everybody else doing the hydration? I've got a little gobbly thing to paint for the RCL that I need to do before I forget about it again.
Yeah, we didn't take any painting stuff or anything with us.
We took some board games. We played some numbers. That's a good game. You didn't like it because you kept losing.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it.
I hate numbers, like, you know, in general, the numbers. And
Those evil
I still like the
numbers.
game, so I was quite impressed. Wiki D says, stretch. Wiki D would also like you to say, slap chop.
Slap chop. Slap chop.
And do a posture check. And if anybody is playing a game, please save it. Please save the game. I've also been bitten everywhere, and I keep
Not guilty.
scratching and then realising it's a bite. There's a wild Pokemon in chat if you want to throw balls at it. So yes, been bitten everywhere. I've even been bitten behind my earring in my ear,
That's
which
poop.
is lovely. I'm such a meanie, says Tony. Kathy calls me Mr. Gruntastic. We have a mug that we sell in the shop that is a dinosaur, and it says Grumpasaurus, I do believe. Something special below, and give it some glitz in chat. What? What? You've highlighted that message, and I've got absolutely no idea what it means. Something special below, and give it some glitz in chat. What are you on about? I haven't got anything below. That's what it told me to write.
Oh,
But you're supposed to take that out and write something special and give us all some glitz and glamour in chat, not just leave that in, you daft head. Ah dear. Anyway, you've been on holiday too, so you can't be saying anything about me not being here because you've been away too, doing all sorts of fun activities.
yeah. How was all your trips?
Another turtle made it to the water.
How was all of your trips?
Yeah.
Oh dear. What colour do you think I should do this goblin dude with his spear? Pink.
Pink goblin.
A pink
Wow,
goblin.
you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went.
I think it should have bap on the end.
Yeah, it's kind of like cuts off just a touch too short, isn't it?
I've got a box for my black coach still, even though I've painted it. Getting in the way, it's on the floor now.
Well, I need to get the spare bits off the sprues there, so we can get rid of it.
Some not so great, says Wicked D. Others great, apart from the 2.5 hour journey that became 5. Did you get lost, Wicked D? Tony says, I'll send Kathy the link to the Grumposaurus thing and she'll be all over that. Yeah, I can't. I'm sure it says something like Grumposaurus. I'm sure it does. We went on a 3-hour car journey yesterday, but it was supposed to be 3 hours, so that's fine. We went to see the Nemesis Now show hall thing,
Yes, we did.
so that we could see all of the awesome homewares and pick them up and look at them and poke at them and make sure that they're not rubbish before we order them. And it was lots of fun, but far too far away.
Yeah, it was a bit rubbish from that perspective, but it was lots of fun. Looking at all the cool stuff.
Nope, we got stuck. Stupid roadworks on the motorway. Got back to Brid at 2 a.m.
No,
we had some roadworks, but not that long.
No.
Not that long.
Yeah, and the second day in a row, I remembered that we needed to turn left before the bridge
To avoid them.
to avoid the stupid diversions. I've decided to not try and be neat and just slap the paint on because it was taking too long. And I'd said to Mrs MLG, so when we get back here on the way back, if I don't remember, remind me that we need to keep to the left before we get to the bridge. Because it's rubbish.
So I kept reminding him and he kept going, we're not there yet. But I didn't know where it was, so I just kept saying it. Kuriko did a 2-hour walk last week that turned into a 5-hour one because Kuriko wasn't in charge of the map. If we follow my mum anywhere, she will find a shortcut, which is never any shorter and will indeed be at least an hour longer than it should be. And we always follow her though. The thing is that she can't walk anymore, so we really shouldn't follow her because it's not good.
Scoffed at my sense of direction.
She did!
Twice.
Well, that's because you always take the long way round in the car, but I did say to her that you always know which way to go, so we got slightly lost because we didn't know the area. And I said, well, Nathan's got a wonderful sense of direction, and she laughed at you because whenever you're in the car going to town in Brid or whatever, you always go the longest possible way. So she was laughing at you for that.
But that's the way I like to go.
Yes, well, that's different though, isn't it? That's, you know the direction, but you like to take the longest way because you're strange. Not because you don't know where you're going.
You wouldn't have me any other way.
Well, I don't know. There might be one or two things that I'd change. but not a lot. Base coats equal slop it on and keep it smooth, says Tony.
Yeah.
Probably not like that though, to be fair. Does she do
Some
that
smooth
whole
gels.
Noah shortcut even though she's never been there before? Yeah, that's the one we could do. And we always follow her because, well, our mum's in charge basically, so we have to follow her. And we all know it'll just lead to some ridiculousness, but, well, look, we're all following again. I think they should have to do a chicken dance to make up for the missed streams. I think it's there somewhere, maybe in bits or something like that. But we changed it because Nathan was really
Grumpy.
sulking about it.
No chicken dance.
And he's had a hard day. What did you say? You should have phased return to work.
Yeah, I've had a week off. Should have a phased return. I'm really tired now from having to deal with silly people. What wound me up while I was on the phone to the Sky people is, or other internet service providers are available.
But ours is Sky.
But ours is Sky. So while I was on the phone to the lady, she's going like, oh well, I just can't think what else it can be that's wrong. And then the phone had cut out. And then a few minutes later, she'd have to ring back. And she'd go like, oh, I lost you there. Like, yep, that's because the internet has just cut off and the telephone works through the internet.
Hey, Red. She kept going because I could hear her. And she kept saying, oh, I lost you there. I don't know what happened. And then Nathan would go, the internet's not working. That's why we're ringing you. But he is very, very calm and very, very polite. Whereas I wouldn't have been quite so polite.
Because I realised that it would
Well, it's
be...
not her fault,
No.
personally. But she was getting a bit silly with the, oh, I don't know what happened there. The problem that we're ringing you about is what's happening there. Dear me.
And we did go round in a few circles.
A few circles.
About things. And when the engineer came last time, did you explain to them all the problems that you had before? Yes.
No, we just left him guessing, because why would we want to explain to somebody that's trying to fix something?
I think I've explained this to you already. That we've gone through all of this before. So we've got somebody else coming out tomorrow.
I told you it was there somewhere. There you go, you see, you knew it was there somewhere.
Yeah.
My friend works for Sky and they have Virgin Media at home even though they'd get a discount. Well, we started off with BT and now we've moved to Sky. We have Sky at home.
To be fair, the problems that we're having at the shop were still, or were previously, problems that we had with BT. And I was kind of hoping that when we switched, that it would be a BT problem, and that by changing to Sky that we would stop having the problem. However, we're still having the same problems. But I have been promised by the engineer that came out last time that they will fix it.
I don't believe them.
So we will see.
It's
So-
the other fact that was slightly annoying from the lady on the telephone was that she's just moved over from sales. So halfway through just tried to sell us something. Oh well, you know, it's probably because you haven't got this blah 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 for only this much extra a month blah blah blah. You can have a free trial. So we went, okay, well we'll have a free trial because, you know, we'll try anything at this point. And she was like, okay, we'll sort the free trial out. Oh, you already have that system on here. It's like, right, great. So that's not working either then. Thanks, love.
Yeah, you could have that, but never mind.
At one point, she got so didn't know what to do with us that she told us that we should leave the door of the router, because it's in a cupboard, open, because that's sometimes the problem, having the cupboard door shut. So we left the door open because it's shop shut on a Monday, so there was nobody going to walk into it. And oh look, that didn't work either.
Yeah.
But you know, we're open to trying anything.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to say, well, how many devices have you got working off it? Oh no, that's too many, because the literature that I signed up from said that we could run 100 things from it at once.
We certainly don't have that.
No.
Methuselah says, we have Sky only ever had one problem, and they had trouble sorting it, but got it done quickly and gave us a month free internet.
Anyway, ours at home has been fine.
Oh, now you've said it. It has been fine up until now.
It has been fine. Well, previously I sang their praises, didn't I? Because I said that when I'd rung up to sort out our renewal thing, because the price was going up, that we ended up with better service than we'd had before, and everything was like half the price. So rather than trying to sell us extras, we ended up saving a decent wedge of money, which was good.
Because, you know.
But yeah, I don't think it's their fault. I think it's something to do with the line. Because we were having the problem with BT. So
hopefully we'll get it sorted, because it does affect the shop quite a lot. And you know, kind of need that.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we survive.
Stops people being able to log in and.
We've not been having any problems since Wikid, but it must be a Sky problem. We've found out now that we're not on the same box as you.
Yeah.
You thought that Wikid's work and our internet were the same box, but apparently we're the one further up near CEX.
Ours is round the corner outside the Cobblers.
Oh, sorry, not even that one.
No. Where the Jehovah's Witnesses set up.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we need to go pray or something. Is there an internet god, do you think? Don't know.
I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate us like talking about it anyway, because they only acknowledge the one.
Oh, I don't know how it works. I don't do religion. I get very confused by it all. I think it's all the wrong way round. I said this to you, didn't I, before? I think it's all the wrong way around. I don't know enough about it, but it certainly seems strange that in the book God decided just to kill everybody with loads of water, and we went, oh, never mind, you gave us a rainbow, it's alright. I don't know, don't do religion, don't understand. I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that. Sky is playing up due to KCOM messing up. Are they messing about again, are they, Pete? All we can get is KCOM, says Red. A lot of people don't rate it, but it does me. I've heard lots of bad things about it. They're trying to sell it in our area, but I only know one person that actually purchased it, and then they've switched back because they said it was rubbish.
Oh, has he?
I think so. Tony says, I got a free movie from Sky. Yeah, we did, Tony. As a VIP. They didn't have a clue what one department is doing from another. It's on you to work out who the right department is and then find out the number to call. Just like the DWB. Oh, I never ring them either. We got a free movie from Sky. It was some absolute rubbish nonsense, wasn't it?
Bumblebee. Which we didn't watch.
Which we haven't watched.
We also...
We've been with Sky for a million years though.
We have.
We should get one of those proper VIP things like they advertise on the telly.
Yeah, what,
they
tickets
take
to
you, they take you places, not just a movie. We've been with them for like 25 years.
Yeah, we got a thing
there's a puppy dog in chat.
Which we need to activate. Activate. Yeah, free 6 months worth of upgrade to our package, but you have to remember to cancel it after, otherwise they start charging.
Well, yeah, you have to set an alarm.
But it's part of the thing that I sacked off when we cut our package back down, so they're going to give us it free for 6 months, which will be handy because when the Skybox tries to record things for the telly, because we only ever watch stuff that we've recorded. It always tried to record it in HD, and
HD is what we got rid of.
What we got rid of, because I didn't see the point of paying for it, because all the stuff's in normal definition, and we can't really tell the difference.
We're not cultured enough to tell the difference between SD and HD.
So anyway, they're going to give us it, so that'll stop us having to mess about for a while trying to record things in standard definition rather than high definition.
Did you say that so that everyone knows that you really do know what it stands for? Because I said we weren't.
I did.
I knew what it meant.
No, I didn't. It was a subconscious thing.
Hey Sharon, how you doing?
But then I'm also going to make a conscious effort to flick between different recordings to see if I can tell the difference.
I don't think you can. And our tellies should
it's
do something different.
It's a good telly.
We only have the one in the house, so it's a reasonable one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably not by now. It's quite old now, but it still has all the bits and pieces on.
It's an LG thing. What does LG stand for?
Life's good.
Is that what it is?
KCOM are terrible, says Tony. I dealt with them from a professional perspective, and their answer to everything is to fight it out with the customer, or inevitably BT crossovers. Konika and John both caught the puppy dog. I am okay, says Sharon. How are you? We're alright. We've had a stressful day. And back to work, which is always not very fun, is it, really? But yeah, it's one of those things where you've been on holiday and you've come back now and you've kind of just forgotten you've ever been on holiday.
Yeah.
Despite the fact it was only a couple of days ago, it seems like we never went. It was very nice. We saw lots of nice wildlife, which I enjoy. And I sat on my bottom a lot, which I equally enjoy. And we went to the pub.
Which I enjoy.
We went to one pub which we didn't realise was an a la carte restaurant.
No, we didn't.
But you know,
it might have affected our decision had we known in advance.
But our a la carte experience wasn't that great. We arrived and you could take the dog in, so that was good. And they put us in a different bit, obviously with having the dog, which is perfectly understandable. But there was broken glass all over the floor, so that we weren't happy, obviously, because they didn't want to get it in Gizzy's paws, which he didn't. And then we ended up taking him back to the barge because everybody was coming in and out through the door constantly, all the waitresses and everybody, and he wouldn't settle because he likes to say hello to everybody. And obviously, not everybody wants to say hello to a dog. I mean, I would, but, you know, I'm not everybody. So we took him back so that we could enjoy our meal without having to stress about him getting glass in his feet and disturbing other people.
And he was probably a lot happier when we took him back because he just went and
asleep.
curled down on the sofa.
He just fell asleep. So he was fine. And then your meal came. And what happened with your meal?
It was absolutely delicious until in my very fancy hash brown thing, I found a hair.
It wasn't any of ours, it was cooked in.
Yeah, it was baked into the middle of my fancy rectangular cuboid hash brownie thing.
And they didn't really believe you, did they?
I don't think so.
It was odd. It's like, why would we make it up? Because we didn't cause a fuss, we didn't kick off. My mum kept going, tell them, because you kept going, kind of put me off now.
Yeah,
so we very quietly said, I'm very sorry. I think you even apologised for finding it.
I possibly did.
Very sorry, but you know, we found this hair, and she just stared at you.
Yeah, well, I don't think she really knew what to do. So she went and got somebody else, the manageress lady came and said like, oh, we'll do you a fresh plate. Because to start off with, she was like, the first lady went, shall we get you another hash brown? Anyway, they got me like a fresh meal, which everybody else had finished by the time.
Yeah, so then you just had to sit and eat on your own, and then they cleared all our plates away, which was a bit rude, really.
Well, they did ask if it was all right for them to do it. And I said it was absolutely fine, because I didn't mind.
They shouldn't have asked. You were eating. Yeah. They came and served it us with little white gloves on and stuff. They should know the etiquette. And then they cleared. So they all just sat there on your... and we're all staring at you. Well, you're eating. It was very nice food. It tasted very nice.
It was absolutely delicious.
What was the other? I'm sure there was something else that was wrong. There was glass everywhere, and I'm sure that there was something else.
Well, they ran out of beer. That was like hardly anything, was it?
No. Yeah, running out of beer. That's nothing to do with me. I didn't want it. I'm sure there was something else. But anyway, so yeah, it was all right. It was nice enough. And then the next night we went to a proper pub and had some proper food.
Yeah, an old school pub.
Yeah, extremely friendly staff. Because the a la carte restaurant, they were all a bit snooty. I think they were trying very hard to be snootier than they were in real life, to fit in with the surroundings. Because when we first arrived, the waitress came over to see the dog and was fussing him, and he licked her face and everything, and she had her white gloves and her apron on to serve everybody, and I thought, well, you're just covered in gizmo hair now. Kind of forgot herself for a couple of minutes and then went back to being snooty again.
Yeah, we didn't really see her, did we?
No.
I don't think she said.
Maybe she'd got told off for being friendly.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I once got a hair in my gourmet muffin and they gave me 12 more as an apology. I only ate muffins for 2 days. Oh, see, Nathan did get his plate refreshed, but to be fair, he'd hardly eaten anything off it, had you?
No.
Because he only just started. And but they didn't really apologise. They didn't knock any money off or anything like that, which we didn't ask for. It was just a bit of a...
I didn't give them a tip.
No, we didn't give them a tip. It was a bit like, ew, found that now. Puts you off, doesn't it? That's all. Just these things happen. Obviously, everyone's human. It does put you off. But mine was very nice, which was good because it was the only thing on the menu that I would have even possibly entertained. So it was good that it was nice.
I thought that when we had seen the place on the first night that we were there, and we didn't go in because we got to the moorings very late, and Emma's mum had very kindly cooked a lasagna that we had when we were having for tea. So we didn't go to the pub, and we'd seen it and we thought like, oh, that'll be alright. It was, the name of the pub indicated that it might be kind of like a friendly establishment, but obviously it was trying to be a bit posh, wasn't it? That was the thing. And some of the clientele were obviously a bit posh, or also trying to be posh.
There was 2 people dressed as if they'd just got off a yacht, and there was no sea.
Yeah, like they'd either just come from their tennis court or off their yacht on Howard's Way.
It's like, okay, but then there's us.
Yeah.
We didn't fit in at all.
I had my shorts on. I kind of matched that guy's and a shirt.
Yes,
I kind of matched that guy's attire.
But his shorts were Calvin Klein, my darling.
Yeah, well,
Yours aren't.
Tesco's good enough for me.
Yeah. But then, like I said, the next night, the landlord and the landlady came and sat with us while he took his order. It was just a completely different atmosphere, much more us, much more friendly, much more welcoming. It was completely different. It was very strange. One night to the next.
And then when the lady was walking her dogs at the end of the night while we were just getting ready to leave, one of her dogs came and sat on me. Oh no! I've broken this guy's axe. Where's that gone? Oh no! I've dropped him and his axe is broken. Now he's just got a handle. I don't know where it's gone.
Oh dear. That's his sulky noise that he makes all the time.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to hack up something else to give him another chopper.
You'll find it. And then when we got back from our holiday, our order of merchandise was here with your tentacle t-shirt and my blanket. We ordered them to see the quality, because we didn't want to sell anything to anybody that wasn't the quality that we would like, and I was very impressed. The blanket's super soft and snuggly.
Well, my t-shirt is really cool. I'm going to wear it on nights out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because even though it says subtly...
It does subtly say Mighty Lancer
in the
Games.
design Mighty Lancer Games, I'm quite happy to wear it because I think it looks cool.
Pando wants to see some love in chat. Oh, Pando, you feeling left
Get
out,
some
mate?
love.
Been to an a la carte restaurant, says Tony. They were trying to be standoff with someone with social anxiety disorder. That was fun. Try on the ground. That's where all my bits end up. It'll be around somewhere. I don't know where you dropped it.
Yeah, he fell over in front of the paint rack over there.
Yeah. This music, the beginning of this music always reminds me of Buffy. My goblin looks horrendous. I can't paint a little tiny person. Looks really bad.
Just going to give up on the painting handle for a minute or two.
Did you do the metallic speed?
No, not yet. I know. I'm going to do that in the last couple of minutes because I've got one more green guy to do.
And in case you're wondering, no, we haven't painted the train track, and no, we still haven't done the planes.
We've not been here.
Just saying. We also need to find somewhere to put all this new homewares that we've ordered from Nemesis now, because we don't have anywhere in the shop. It's about time that Wicked D opened up her shop so that I can put all my stuff in there.
Yep.
I know what she's messing at.
Sounds reasonable to me. Come on, Wicked D. Pull your finger out.
It doesn't have to be big, it could just be one of the little ones across the road. Are you doing Choo Choo Tuesday tomorrow, says Karanika?
Don't know yet. We might be doing something else. Might be doing a 2-paint Tuesday, seeing as we haven't done one of them for a while. You're painting a mini right now.
Have you seen the size? Funding, says Wicked D. Slight lack of funding. Oh, stop messing about. We didn't have any funding when we opened our shop. Just a wing and a prayer. In the middle of a recession.
What you need is a sponsor, like somebody that owns solicitors or something.
Oh yeah.
That's got loads of cash.
I'm sure that he's going to let her leave work and give her money to open a shop so that she leaves. I don't think it works like that, darling. You're right. It's nowhere near any kind of we can see what you're painting.
I need to move the lamp, really, or move the camera on the lamp so it's actually looking at what I'm doing. I like this green. I like bright.
Nice.
I like bright green goblins.
I really should have not listened to Little Miss and not taken mine.
What's she doing?
She's playing with a toy in the bathroom. Red says, I can lend you 50p. Oh, there you go. You see, it started.
Yeah,
It started. If
crowdfunding.
everybody gave you 50p, then we'll be well away. Little Miss collects 50 pences with, the different pictures on the back. And there was a couple in the till today. I couldn't remember if she'd got them or not, so I brought them home. Replaced the till money with other money. Brought them home, but she had all of them, so that's how much I know. There's another Pokemon. Oh, lend. Red says, not give, lend. Sorry, Red. Very good. I'm gonna sell pictures of Mr MLG's feet to raise cash. Oh, have you ever seen Nathan's feet, Wicked D?
They're well skanky.
They are the grossest things. They're like leather. He doesn't take care of them at all, despite the fact I've told him what to do and there are things in the cupboard to help.
I couldn't find it when I looked.
They are icky.
Right then, so in the last 9 minutes we're going to have a go at metallic speed paints on this mini. So here we have some broadsword silver, and I'm going to liberally apply it, and then we're going to see what it looks like.
Oh, that's it. You see, John says bring foot cam back. We can have like a little bit of the side. foot cam, you know, and we'll zoom in every time we get a donation. I mean, my feet aren't nice either, but yours are.
Your
really,
feet are
really,
beautiful, just like the rest of you.
really gross.
This is really weird, actually. It works. I mean, obviously,
Well, we can't see, it's just a big white blob.
obviously it works because they are selling this product. So, but I can't get my head around how does it work? How does this metallic cover nicely over white? I don't understand. Or light
So,
grey.
explain then. What do you mean it works?
It works. So,
fine.
so I'm just going to cover the whole thing that I've undercoated, so we can see the texture difference. So it's like an oil. I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. So as I've poured it into the palette, it's like oil on the palette, and it's got tiny little metallic like pigments in it, and it's just clinging onto the mini like a normal speed paint, but it's metallic instead, and it's just very strange. But I've been saying for weeks, haven't I, that I didn't understand how it would work.
And do you now understand?
Well, no, not really. but I wanted to see it for myself, and it works. It does work. Metallic speed paints. So this is quite a dark silver. So broadsword silver is quite dark, and then there is a lighter one which is, I don't know if it's chainmail silver or something like that.
Does it smell?
No, very little odour, if any. I've got a terrible sense of smell anyway.
I can't smell it from here.
But it's it's not too bad. Doesn't really. I mean, it's obviously got a little bit of a paint smell, but it's not like a.
It's not like a chemical smell.
Not a strong chemical smell. Wait, let's whack a bit on his cloak and we'll see. And then we'll leave it to dry for a minute or two, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's almost oily. As you're putting it on, it's almost oily, but it's thin, and it's just pooling in the right places and everything like you think it should do. I cannot explain or understand any better, really. How is this working? This is madness. I was very much a hater of speed paints 1.0. I haven't really tried any of the 2.0 version ones, apart from this one. This is the first. Yeah, once we twigged on with the version 1 stuff that it had potential for a little bit of reactivation, I was very much against them. But this so far is impressive.
So is there any other way that you could describe it for us? Because obviously all we can see is you sploshing paint about.
I don't know really. So smooth, such a joy to apply. Now, obviously, if you were doing it on like very small areas, like the end of a pistol or something like that, a gun, you would be a lot more careful than I was with this guy, seeing as I've painted the entire mini with it. But there we go. Let me lift that up so you can kind of see a bit of what's going on. I don't know about it.
Yeah.
like pooling a little bit thickly, maybe.
Is that just your application?
Yeah, that might just be my application. Let's see if we can just thin it a touch. So we'll see what it looks like when it dries and see how kind of the natural sediment in the recesses has developed. But yeah, a nice all over metallic finish over a very pale grey undercoat. I mean, that's pretty surprising, really.
What was the colour grey?
So I used Grey Sear from Games Workshop. They recommend, Army Painter recommend matte white or ash grey, and ash grey is a very light grey, like Grey Sear. So
I love how Nathan left the metal bits till near last before hitting the sword. I am intrigued by this chromatic sorcery.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try them out for a few weeks, and this is the first one. We had a pot kicking about, didn't we? And I said, well, we'll take that home and we'll give it a try.
I'm a pot kicking about still. That's a complete lie. I was picking it for an order, and you went, "Oh, bring me one too."
Yeah, I did.
It's not a pot kicking about.
It is. That's how it works, isn't it? That's how it works. It's a pot kicking about.
There we go, everybody. That's how it works, apparently.
Yeah, chromatic sorcery. I like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm impressed. Might try out a few more metallic speed paints and speed paint 2.0 in general, because the range is huge. There are lots and lots of variations of colour.
What would you use speed metallic paint for, though? Like, surely most of the time you're just painting a sword. Why would you need a speed paint? Isn't speed paint designed to go in the recesses so you don't have to, mess about with highlights and all that malarkey, because it does it for you? But if a sword just flat.
It's because, so a lot of people like to use the speed paints, but so to use speed paints effectively, you use either a white or a bone colour or a very light grey. And then you use your speed paints over the top. So depending on what undercoat you're using, you get different textures, different tones is the right thing. But with speed paints and contrast paints and what have you, because metallics aren't a standard part of the range, that you would have to, if you wanted to use a true metallic method, you would have to then paint your weapon with a black undercoat, say, to get a good coat, and that isn't quite as quick as just doing it all with the contrast or speed paint method, or you do what I tend to do, which is paint it in a non-metallic style, so it's in keeping with the colour scheme and the rest of the thing, like the tones and what have you that you get from the rest of your mini. So, having speed paint metallics, you can have one undercoat for your entire mini and just use that in conjunction with your existing contrast method, and it would look different. It's just another tool in the armoury. What does Tony say? I do true metal, so speed metallics are fighting against my style. I am fascinating though. Yeah, it's an interesting. This is why I wanted to try it, because it's interesting to me. I don't know if I will use it regularly. I mean, I'll certainly give it a whirl on a couple of minis, not the Hobgoblins, because we've got something definitely in mind for those. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a try, and we'll see.
You're just giving it a try.
No, but on a mini that I've painted in a normal contrast or speed paint style is what I'm talking about. I'm going to use some boar hide for the trousers on some of my guys.
It's endy time.
It's endy stream time. So
is it dry then? Can we have a look?
it's almost dry. I'll do this guy's trousers and then we'll have a look. And then we've got a mammoth task to do.
Welcome back from holiday.
Welcome back from holiday. Here's 10 boxes of Green Stuff World.
And no paperwork.
Yeah. It's alright though, we've generated our own paperwork in a sensible fashion, so it's going to make our job a lot easier than normal.
It is a nightmare checking off the Green Stuff.
Yeah. Nothing's ever in consistent orders in boxes or anything like that, so we've created our own set of paperwork for it where the SKUs are in order, because you've heard us moaning about it before. It's the way that they produce the paperwork is like flicking backwards and forwards through 10 pages or more of inventory to find the right items. So we've got our resident tech wizard to sort it out for us so it's in order.
I mean, we've still got to do it, but it's a bit better now.
Yeah. Sharon says, "It's great to have you back. Miss you a lot."
Aww. We miss you when you're not in the Discord because you're too busy.
Oh, and there was some other comments above that I couldn't see because the light was in the way. So John says, "Thanks for the stream and welcome back." And then a little cool boat with a love heart on the sail.
That's Hamish's.
Karina, thanks for the stream. Wicked D, no, don't leave her.
I was going to show you it dry first. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, here we go. If I get it somewhere up near the camera. Camera. There we go. So here he is.
Painted this little guy pink for you and it looks absolutely appalling.
I'm pretty impressed
Terrible.
by that. Obviously, I've painted it over the entire mini. This is really old. This is probably one of the first Bones minis that I ever bought. I've never finished painting him, so he just got like a full all over grey sear, so we could test this out because it was to hand. One day I'll paint him. There we go. So yeah, I've got him out of focus again now because I'm rubbish. There's a delay on my screen. Anyway, that's what it looks like all over broadsword silver. I'm quite impressed. You should definitely you should definitely check it out. Broadsword silver and other Speed Paint 2.0 paints available at mightylandsgames.co.uk. Can't see that? Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Woo! There we go. Okay. Right then. So we're going to go. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We don't know what stream we're going to do tomorrow, but there will be some stream action
Do we need to
going
do
on.
the plane or the railway? Because they need to be done.
Cool. See you all again, hopefully soon. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's super to be back. See you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.